Lore. We see it virtually everywhere. I mean, some of the greatest lore comes from video games. The Clash universe ever expanding with intricacies and information never known if you just played the game, but rather if you dived into the deep end you might find something new. But something like Red Dead Redemption throws the story at you and forces you to consume it. Brawl Stars meshes the two in a disgustingly beautiful way, like a flower which doesn't wilt itself but wilts everything around it. This is the lore of Brawl Stars. It was a normal update like any other, but there was something special about this one. Pam got a remodel. Now, this seems like nothing on the surface, but in reality it was monumental. See, the art of a remodel has many implications. It changes the vibe, the experience of the game, how you feel when you play it. But this was merely a distraction. Disguised behind the massive hype behind this remodel was a radio. It hummed static and ominously played carnival music. The dial ticked back and forth as it rewinded on itself and kept playing. Machines surround the radio, wires sticking out of who knows where. It's as if it's been abandoned altogether. When you play this live stream on full screen with no distractions, it feels like you're trapped. Just you and a radio, the circus music twirling inside your head, sirens blaring, buzzing, filling your ears, hammering, nailing into you the fact that you don't know what's going on and never will. Only 2 weeks later, the biggest Brawl Talk ever had aired. It was, to put it lightly, revolutionary. It introduced the Brawl Pass, the only real way to progress nowadays, and a brand new environment, Tara's Bazaar. The latter is most important to focus on, as inside of this environment was hidden Morse code. It spelled out WKBRL. Coincidentally enough, this was the same radio we had just experienced. This was incredible as it showed us it had something to do with the overarching Brawl Stars world, and that Gale, the newest chromatic brawler at the time, could be the monologuer, the one feeding us information. And as time progressed, we were fed more and more, from music to broadcast, advertisements. So many, in fact, that it'll be near impossible to cover them all in this video. But a few stand out from the others. There's Genie Without a Lamp, soon predicting the release of Gene or energy drinks in the background to predict Max. But everything would soon change, as the Season 3 Brawl Talk was just around the corner. April 19th, 2020, the Brawl Talk aired as usual, introducing us with a new brawler and more goodies, but we're soon met with something strange. It's not a new game mode, it's not a new brawler, but the sound of a film starting up. We're met with Star Park, the most wonderful place on Earth. A Japanese man shows us around. We get to see the rides, models of the park, animatronics, the workers who don't even seem to be alive. The Asian man is gone. The park, it's in ruins. And the Brawl Talk closes as nothing ever happened. This marked the beginning of something even greater. It showed us that Brawl Stars is set in some sort of theme park, and that each trio isn't from a different world, but in a different sector of the park.
We already told you, this is normal. We already told you, this is normal.
That's what played shortly after the Brawl Talk aired. For weeks on end, it would repeat the same phrase and put the entire community into turmoil. An entire year after the Brawl Talk, we can hear the faint yelling of a voice in the background. Listening closely, we can make it out to be Jessie. It's as if she's trying to break into the room. In a frantic mess, her yelling is muffled by the noise of the message on the radio. And then silence. No more Jessie. The radio goes silent for seconds, which felt like minutes. And then it continues, like nothing ever happened. In those 15 seconds of distress, it felt like she knew something that we didn't. There were speculations rising on the community, where the stream could have been conducted by the Junker Trio, or worse. Yet nothing was truly known. For months on end, the live stream lay dormant as the messages continued to repeat, until August of that year, where it changed drastically. It went from some dark, dreary closet to some sort of recording studio with sound panels, posters, and audio equipment. The blue walls contrasting that of the neon pink poster, and the radio sitting right in the middle for us to listen. The entire mood of the stream changed. It went from dreary and ominous to something happy, but somehow even more ominous. Sometimes we might hear K-pop or J-pop coming from the radio. Frequent intermissions tell us anything from telling us to dance,
reminding you to dance like nobody cares,
to go to sleep,
Now is the time for sleep.
to wear our star hats,
Wear your star hat at all times.
and to smile.
Smile! Smile! Smile!
There.
These mesmerizing messages seem to lure us in, deeper into what lies on the other side. Here, imagine this, a man with a disgusting haircut, a very smooth face, and a chipper attitude. This is Kairos Tim, possibly the most vile, horrendous, dreadful being that could step foot onto this world. I mean, just look at him, you don't know what atrocities he's seen. His main goal was simple: contradict and kill Kairos Time. Okay, maybe not kill, but he had evil motives, and was seemingly under some sort of higher control, possibly even to keep the good name of Star Park. Fortunately, soon after, his reign of terror was over, but it raises the question of who was he exactly, what motives did he have, and who was controlling him. Ever since, there was little development in Brawl Stars lore, predominantly consisting of smaller bits here and there, whether it be in brawler descriptions to where they came from, but only time will tell what's in store for the dreaded future of Brawl Stars.